The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi everybody! Welcome to Alopecia Talk. My name is Asistio and I will be your host for today's episode. My partner, Coach Perez, will not be able to join us this week, but makakasama natin siya sa pagbabalik natin next Saturday. And this is officially our new time slot. The first two episodes, we had it at 4:30. Ngayon po tayo ay nasa 12 noon na. So please block it off. Every Saturday, 12 noon, that will be the official schedule of Alopecia Talk. So to those who don't know what alopecia is, just a quick background para po sa inyong lahat. Alopecia is a hair loss condition kung saan nagkukos po tayo ng baldness in different parts of the body. So usually sa ulo po yan, it starts with patches. Sometimes buong ulo natin nalalagas yung hair. And then there are instances kung saan po na even the eyebrows and the eyelashes po nawawala. Ako, umabot na lang po sa point na marunong na ako mag-makeup. So ngayon, meron na tayong pa makeup na ganyan. But when I was young, I also did not have eyebrows and eyelashes. So today, for our episode, we are talking everything eyebrows because nagiging issue din talaga to when it comes to having alopecia. Sometimes, hindi natin alam paano ba natin makikeep yung expression sa mukha natin kasi other than protecting our face, di ba? Yung expression natin nakikita through our eyebrows. Pag tayo ay masaya, pag tayo malungkot, pag tayo galit. So today on the show, we will be talking with Lourdes Melo, who is also an Alopecia Philippines board member. And matagal na rin po natin kasama sa grupo. Ikikwento niya ang kanyang eyebrows journey as well as her alopecia journey. And makakasama po natin ang FEE Academy master na si Mozhde Marivani. She will be talking about microblading, isang procedure na para po siyang pagtatattoo that would help us maintain and have the perfect shape eyebrows that we would want. So before we move on, I just want to share this video for you. We have this music video called Laya, and this features basically what Alopecia Philippines is, our purpose, and what our goal is for this show. Watch this.
This is a Flip Music exclusive. Laya, 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 laya.
Ako'y pinanganak na merong kondisyon na di normal. Buhok ko'y di ko naranasan at tumubong natural. Laging tinatanong ano, sanhi, bakit sa may kapal ang kalagayang ganito? Hanggang kailan magtatagal? Marami ang nangungutya dahil ikaw ay iba. Ang iyong itsura ay hindi normal sa kanilang mata. Sa tuwing sila'y tumitingin, laging merong panghuhusga. Kahit hindi nila alam ang kalagayang meron ka. Minsan napapaisip at gusto na laging magtago upang hindi makita at sa tao ako'y malayo. Sanay na laging mag-isa at sa sulok ay iiyak. Meron pa bang pag-asa? Yun ang aking di ko matiyak. Pinanghinaan ng loob, kumpiyansa ko ay nawala. Mukhang matapang lang pero yun ang hindi nyo halata. Mula nung bata, merong sagot na gustong matanto. Buhok ko ba'y tutubo ring normal na gaya ng sanyo? O Diyos ko,
Salamin sa aking harapan, tanungin ang sarili pagmasdan. Oo, kakaiba ako, natataging sa mundo. Ano man ang sabihin ng iba, di magpapadala sa mga manghusga. Mahal ko aking sarili, ako ay malaya, malaya.
ayokong magkaroon sa kwarto kahit isang salamin na ultimo sarili ay hindi na kayang tumingin. Mga nalagas na buhok sa tuwing aking dadamputin, mata ko'y papatak na lang at di alam ang gagawin. Ito ba'y isang bagay na sakin itinanikala? Ang humaling para sakin ay isa lang bang himala? Para kong kinulong at halos ay wala kong magawa. Nahihirapan pero ito ang sakin itinakda. Kailangan kong maging matapang, loob ko ay tibayan. Payon ang magulang ko na tumatak sa aking isipan. Nakbuhok lang yan, isang mababang uring diferensya. Mahinang klaseng tinatawag nilang alopecia. Na konting pasensya, lahat to'y pagsubok lang sa'yo. Pakita mo ang tapang na kaya mong lagpasan ito. Kami suporta, tandaang sa laban di nag-iisa. Ang panlabas mo na anyo ay di samin mahalaga. Mahal kita.
Salamin sa aking harapan, tanungin ang sarili pagmasdan. Oo, kakaiba ako, natatanging sa mundo. Ano man ang sabihin ng iba, di magpapadala sa mga manghusga. Mahal ko aking sarili, ako ay malaya, malaya. Makulong noon sa aking kwarto, nagtatanong Panginoon, bakit ako? Kailangan bang pagdaanan pa mga sakit at hirap dahil ako'y iba? Baka wala ng iyong isipan, lahat ng to ay may dahilan. Mas matatag, mas malakas, habang susi ng iyong kalayaan. Salamin, salamin sa aking harapan, tanungin ang sarili pagmasdan. Oo, kakaiba ako, natatanging sa mundo. Ano man ang sabihin ng iba, di magpapadala sa mga manghusga. Mahal ko aking sarili, ako ay malaya, malaya. Laya, laya, laya. Laya, 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 laya.
Hello, and again, this is Alopecia Talk with your host, Abby Asistio. We are so happy to now have our new home here on TNC. Thank you so much to the new channel for helping us have this. As you saw in the music video, one of our main goals for Alopecia Philippines is to really empower our members. In fact, ang vision po namin is see beyond alopecia. A lot of people don't know what this hair loss condition is, but we want to provide that community and support system para po sa lahat ng mga nakakaranas ng kondisyon. And isang paraan po namin, other than having all these awareness campaigns and videos, is having Alopecia Talk where we could converse and discuss things that people with alopecia have to deal with on a regular basis. At ngayong araw na ito, we are talking everything eyebrows because like what I said, hindi lang po buhok sa ulo ang nawawala pag tayo ay nagkakaroon ng alopecia. Sometimes, when you have this condition, you lose all your body hair. And specifically, ang unang-unang nakikita din ng mga tao, di ba, uso sa atin, kilay is life. Pero paano nga ba kung wala tayong kilay? Ano ang mai-experience ng isang tao, especially ng isang babae, na minsan yun talaga yung nagiging basihan ng mga tao. Unang-una pa lang, looks. So, how does it affect a person when all of a sudden wala na tayong hair, wala pa tayong eyelashes, wala pa tayong eyebrows? So, everything eyebrows on today's show. But before we continue, I would like to invite you to please share this live, like it. Kung meron po kayong mga comments, questions, not just for me, but especially for our guests that we will be having on the show, mag-comment lang po kayo sa baba para mabasa namin yan at mapag-usapan natin. Ayan, hello po, basahin na natin sa mga Alopecia Philippines members. Ayan, si Coach Ellen Perez, nanonood po sa atin. She's not able to join us today, but she will be with us next week. Napakaganda po ng topic natin next week. It's yes to confidence, no to bullying. Ayan, I'm really excited about that. Hello to Miss Anjanette, Lenzo Maliari, Madonna, Ayan, from the Sitio Asistio family, hello po sa inyong lahat. Sir Nestor Lim, love and care to all alopecia communities. And of course, don't forget to use the hashtag also Alopecia Talk on TNC when you share the show. Okay, so quick recap lang po. Ano po ba ang mga napag-usapan natin? The first episode, we had Dr. Katapang. Ano nga ba ang alopecia? Ano ang mga medical implications nito? And how does this affect a person emotionally, psychologically? And what are ways for us to avoid having this condition? Last week naman po, ang pinag-usapan natin, wigs. 'Di ba? Pag nawawala ang ating hair, one way to cope other than wearing turbans, ako na-enjoy ko ngayon mag-wear ng mga head wraps na ganito. But we had Miss Jennifer Sevilla on the show talk about wigs. And today, mga kilay naman po ang pag-uusapan natin. Like what I mentioned earlier, I didn't have eyelashes and eyebrows when I was growing up. But I had this procedure. Well, tumubo na rin naman po siya eventually. Nung high school ako, I'm so happy. Tumubo na yung kilay ko, although medyo putol pa yung gilid dito. And then a couple of years ago, I had this microblading procedure kung saan para na po siyang tattoo, pero hindi siya yung steady tattoo lang na parang naka-drawing lang. Yung itsura niya sobrang ganda and realistic. And today, we're gonna be talking about that. Kasi mamaya makakasama natin sa show si Miss Mozhde Marivani of Fee Academy, and she will talk about what microblading is and what their special project called Pay with Smile, ang kanilang program kung saan gumagawa po sila ng libreng eyebrows through microblading for people with cancer and alopecia. We're gonna be knowing more about that a little later. But right now, I'm so happy because makakasama natin isang miyembro din ng Alopecia Philippines. Lampas 5 years na kaming magkaibigan and 5 years na naming tinatahak itong alopecia journey together. I am so happy to introduce to you our first guest, also a member of Alopecia Philippines and one of our officers, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lourdes Melo. Hi, Lourdes.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Miss Abby Asistio, and thanks to the NC channel for giving me an opportunity to share my alopecia journey.
Ayan, I'm so happy to have you on the show, and I would always tell her this kasi nakasama na namin si Lourdes sa mga campaigns namin before. Nagmo-model na rin siya. Meron siyang pa-makeup, marunong siya umaura. Pero nung una tayo nagkita, nung una tayo magkakilala, you weren't very confident about showing your head with your alopecia. Kailan ba nagsimula yan, and ano yung naging experience mo sa pagkalagas mo ng buhok bago tayo tumalon sa ating eyebrows?
Nag-start kasi akong na-diagnose nung alopecia when I was 12 years old. Nung unang napansin ng nanay ko noon is nagkaroon ako ng mga bald spots sa ulo. Akala namin nung una is normal lang siya, wala lang. Pero nung mga habang tumatagal, dumadami na yung bald spots ko. So doon, pina-check up na ako doon sa doktor. Marami akong ininom nun na gamot, but unfortunately, hindi siya naging effective sa akin. So nag-aral ako noon ng high school na naka-wig. Pero nung time na yun, meron pa naman po ako noon na kilay.
Yeah.
Nung nag-college na ako, college days na, doon na nag-start na unti-unting naglagas yung eyebrows ko, and hindi na siya bumalik talaga sa normal. And hanggang sa nagtrabaho ako doon, doon nag-start akong mag-draw ng kilay, which is mahirap po talaga sa akin kasi hindi ako sanay mag-makeup, hindi ako sanay maglagay ng eyebrow since makapal naman yung kilay ko dati, so hindi ko talaga yung nakasanayan. Sobrang hirap po. Kaya ginagawa ko nun lagi lang akong one-liner.
Tsaka Lourdes, kasi minsan nga pag meron na tayong kilay, hirap pa rin tayo kung ano ba yung tamang shape, ano ba yung tamang shading na gagawin ko.
Totoo.
So what more kung wala kang susundan na linya. Ikaw lang yung nagde-decide ano bang magiging korte ng kilay ko ngayon.
Yes.
So I could understand how exhausting, frustrating, and stressful that process must have been. May mga part ba or points na ayaw mo na lang minsan lumabas kasi pag lalabas ako, kailangan ko pa magkilay?
Yes, nakakapagod po talaga actually. Sobra talaga yung struggle ko lalo na yung nag-work na ako. Madalas akong nali-late kasi hindi ko kailangan talagang hindi puwedeng lalabas ako na wala akong kilay. Kailangan maayos talaga yung kilay ko kasi siyempre sa work kailangan mo, presentable, tsaka
Mhm.
meron dapat good looking kasi siyempre
Yeah.
nasa work ka, at lalabas ka. Ang hirap lang
How
nun
did
is
you
yung
ay sorry, go ahead.
mahirap lang kasi yung kailangan mo pang bigyan ng medyo mahabang oras yung pagkikilay.
Mhm.
And may mga instances pa talaga na, nabubura siya kaya from time to time lagi ko siyang nire-retouch, chine-check ko. Ang hirap po
Yeah.
talaga. Takot akong mabasa at
Mhm.
pagpawisan kasi takot akong mabura
Yeah.
yung kilay ko.
Mhm. What do your coworkers say or ano yung ine-explain mo ba sa kanila that you have alopecia? Do they wonder,
Um,
"Lourdes, bakit ang kapal ng kilay mo or bakit one line lang?" Do they ask about that? Kasi nagka-wig ka at that time, 'no? So, ang
yes,
pinaka-obvious lang also was your eyebrows.
Tinatanong nila kasi 'pag titingnan talaga, hindi siya normal. Pero nung naging close ko na sila, na-open ko na yung about sa alopecia.
Mhm. Naiintindihan naman nila. Parang they were
Naintindihan
very
naman po nila.
supportive.
Yes po.
Yeah. So, paano tayo nag-transition kasi ngayon nakikita ko yung kilay mo very beautiful, pak na pak. Paano mo na nagkaroon ng opening ba for you to have your eyebrows done? Because I know that naka-tattoo na rin yung eyebrows mo now.
Yes. Nung nagsimula kasi akong mag-join ng alopecia, isa ako sa mga, nabigyan ng free, permanent tattoo ni Sir Ed. So, malaking
Mhm.
impact yun sa'kin. And then yung
Yeah,
nanonood din ako ng mga tutorial sa YouTube kung paano yung tamang pagkilay. Actually, hindi naman po ako expert sa pagkikilay, nanonood lang ako sa YouTube kung paano
yeah.
nila gawin yung pagkikilay. And yung, microblading tattoo, isang malaking tulong po talaga yon para sa mga katulad ko na may alopecia kasi hindi ka na mahihirapan pang magkilay. So, okay lang lumabas kahit hindi ka na maglagay pa ng eyebrows. Parang lessen na po yung time sa pag-aayos.
Yeah. Actually, totoo yun. And the people who usually do the tattoos and microblading, they know kung ano yung tamang korte dapat para sa mukha
Yes,
mo. They make it specifically shaped to fit your face. So,
yeah.
Lourdes, before you move on, let's just flash some of the photos of yung sinasabi mo na kilay na dinodrawing mo lang nung una. Ayan,
Yes
tignan
po.
natin, lalabas kung ano yung mga types of eyebrows na yung mga pictures ni Lourdes of her with her eyebrows before, nung hindi pa siya nagkakaroon ng microblading procedure. But later on, we're also gonna see how easy it is for you now to do your makeup. We have a video of that as well. Ayan, let's check. Ayan, ayan, sige po. Ay, hindi. Ito po yung sa later natin, no? For Fibrows. Pero we could maybe show your video first of you doing your makeup.
Sure.
Kasi natututunan din siya no? Natututunan din siya
Mm.
yung nagiging ngayon second nature na lang ba sa'yo na okay kailangan ko umalis pak 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 kilay.
Yes. Tsaka okay lang umaling nung nagkaroon ako ng microblading, okay lang umalis na ano na siya.
Ayan. So tignan natin. So the dark brow pencil. So even the colors, are you very specific now with the type of eyebrow pencil that you
Yes.
use?
Mas maganda po kasi mas natural siya tingnan pag medyo dark. Pag medyo dark brown or black.
Yeah. Ito sinusundan mo na yung ano mo, no? Kasama
Yes
na
po.
yung
Mm-mm.
tattoo.
Sinusundan ko na yung microblading tattoo.
Yeah. Kasi din, naalala ko when I had alopecia universalis before, ang hirap din to express yourself. Parang, ewan ko, nung lumalaki ako, iniisip ko kasi yung eyebrows ko, nagpapakita sa mga tao ng expression ko. So, nung nawala yun, parang, ang hirap, paano na ako magre-react?
Kasi pinaka-importanting part siya ng micro-expressions, di ba? Doon mo, kahit hindi ka pa, even without speaking, alam mo na kung ano yung emotions ng tao pag titingnan mo pa lang yung kilay niya.
Yeah.
So, napaka-importante.
Mhm. So ngayon that you have your microbladed and tattooed eyebrows, how long does it take you na? Kasi dati sabi mo, ang tagal ng proseso eh.
Yung microblading ko is last 2016 yata po yun.
Ito naman, nakita ko may parang pinakita kang sticker. What's that stickers naman?
Yes, may nabibili po siyang gano'n na pwede pong option pag nagmamadali ako. Minsan yun yung ginagamit ko dati nung wala pa akong microblading.
Nice. Yung confidence ba, laking tulong din ng pagkakaroon ng kilay for you?
Of course, mas na-boost yung aking confidence na nagkaroon ako ng microblading tattoo kasi alam ko hindi na siya mabuburay. Hindi na ako mag-worry pagpawisan or mabasa sa tubig. Kasi alam ko, andyan lang siya, hindi na siya mabubura pa. Di katulad dati na kahit saan talaga, kahit saan ako pupunta, di bali nang makalimutan ko lahat, wag lang yung pangkilay ko tsaka salamin.
Yeah. Parati ka may baon sa lamin. So, would you say na it's something that you would recommend to people with alopecia who are still struggling with, not having their eyebrows? Baka tatanungin nila, baka naman sobrang mahal or masakit yan, hindi ko kakayanin.
Kasi sa community kasi natin, meron namang nag-o-offer ng mga free eyebrow tattoo.
Yes.
Na pwede naman silang mag-inquire dun sa atin. Or marami pa namang mga option like yung sticker na nabibili lang siya ng mura. Pwede naman, sa ngayon, kung gusto nila, pwede naman po yung maging option. Tsaka yung pagkikilay is pwede naman siyang pag-aralan. Manonood lang sila ng mga tutorial sa YouTube. Matututo din po sila.
That's true. There's so many things that you could learn from YouTube. Actually, now, pati sa TikTok, di ba? Very informative na rin ang mga videos sa TikTok. So, other than the makeup brands, they teach you how to put the brows na mas maayos and mas bagay sa mukha mo. So, siguro, it's a bit of a struggle. Pero once you really find ways naman kung paano yung mag-work for you, kaya mo rin naman lampasan siya. And like what Lourdes said, there are different companies and brands that support causes like alopecia or yung mga kapatid natin na who may be going through cancer and have to go through chemotherapy. There are different brands who offer services for free para kayo ay magkaroon ng eyebrows and kung ano-ano pa. Nakita ko kanina, nagpaano ka din, no? Sanay ka na rin mag-false eyelashes. Mahilig din ako mag-false eyelashes.
Yes,
How about
nasanay na rin
that?
akong Nung una, ang hirap po niyang ilagay, yung pinag-aaralan ko pa lang siya. Pero yung nasanay na ako, nai-enjoy ko na siya. Pag meron akong mga lakad, mas gusto ko talagang meron akong false
Lashes.
Yeah.
But right now, do you have eyelashes already?
Wala
Wala
rin
pa
po
rin,
siya.
oo. Ano talaga eh, with alopecia kasi, you don't know when the hair could come off or kung kailan siya babalik. Kasi nung dati din wala akong kilay pilik mata, bumalik siya, tapos biglang nalaga siya ulit. So,
Oo,
siguro
ganun.
one of the ways to deal with it, kung ayaw mo nang pagdaanan yung uncertainty of when siya matatanggal or babalik ulit, yun nga, you could get semi-permanent makeup, you could get your eyebrows microbladed, and then, of course, there are different ways din naman that we could cope by having yung stickers, we put makeup, and then we have all these false eyelashes and other procedures. Minsan may mga nagtatattoo rin ng eyeliner, di ba?
Yes,
So
meron
may
po.
yung mga permanent makeup po, it's really not about just looking good but sometimes for people like us who may have these conditions, hindi po ninyo alam kung gaano kalaking blessing or laking tulong to have services like this. Kasi lalo na for someone like Lourdes who, when she lost her eyebrows, was really stressing about going out of the house with no eyebrows, no lashes. Napaka-tedious nung proseso and matagal. So I'm happy, Lourdes, that you've reached that point na you're very confident also with your alopecia. And I could see that
Yes.
you wear your wigs, but at the same time, you like going bald also. Yung
Yeah.
transition mo na maging gano'n, naging mahirap ba for you na, sige, ready na ako kahit makita ng mga tao na wala akong buhok?
Sa una, sobrang hirap po talaga yun. Pero nung tinanggap ko na unti-unti kung ano yung kondisyon ko, in-embrace ko na
Mhm.
kung ano yung kondisyon ko, wala na akong pakialam sa sasabihin ng ibang tao sa akin. Ang importante, yung mga taong nakapaligid sa akin na totoong nagmamahal sa akin, yung family ko, sila yung pinaka-importante sa akin eh, na
Yeah.
meron kang magandang support system na maano yung ano mo, na malagpasan mo yung sitwasyon mo na yung kondisyon mo na gano'n. Kasi hindi naman importante sa atin kung ano talaga yung panlabas na appearance natin. Kasi nga 'di ba sabi nila yung hair, hindi naman yun ang nag-define sa atin. Ang importante
Yeah.
pa rin sa atin is kung ano yung meron sa kalooban natin. Kaya para sa
Yeah.
mga may alopecia na katulad ko, huwag kayong mawalan ng pag-asa. Kasi lahat naman ng mga pangyayari sa buhay natin, meron yan dahilan. At merong mga part niya ng plano ng Diyos sa atin. Kaya go lang and pagpatuloy lang yung buhay, ang iisipin lang natin lagi is yung mga taong nagmamahal sa atin at sumusuporta sa atin at yung mga taong kasama natin sa journey natin.
I love it. Ang ganda ng Lourdes. And by
Thank you.
you embracing yourself and being confident, kahit hindi yung mga tao sa paligid mo um, ma your light just shines and you inspire and empower people around you. So thank you so much. Before I let you
Thank
go, we
you.
have a question. We have a question from the audience. Sabi dito, ilang weeks or months tumatagal po ang microblading? Coming
Ah,
from Madonna Garrido. Hi, Madonna.
2 years. Pero sa akin kasi
Mhm.
5 years na to, okay pa naman po siya.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nagla-lighten lang 'no, pero hindi na siya
Opo.
nawawala.
Hindi
Kasi
naman
yung
po siya
sa'kin din,
nawawala.
more or less nasa gano'n na rin yung sa akin, nasa lampas 2 years na nga ata, eh.
Mm.
Tapos ano pa rin siya, intact. Of course dinadagdagan ko lang ng konting makeup para mas makapal, pero hindi na siya nawawala. Ayan, sabi ni Cheryl, also from Alopecia Philippines, Cheryl Limonar, "Relate ako kay Lourdes sa kilay journey niya."
Thank
Oo.
you, Ate She.
Ayan. So, sasabihin ko dapat sa'yo ano, to end, what's your message? Pero napakaganda na and nabigay mo na yung message mo kanina sa ating pa-closing remarks mo. Siguro you could just invite the viewers who are watching who may be struggling with alopecia to join our group.
Yes, kung kayo po ay nalulungkot ngayon at feeling nyo mag-isa lang kayo, feeling nyo kayo lang yung may kondisyon na gano'n, wag po kayong mag-join sa alopecia community namin kasi doon po tutulungan po namin kayo i-empower at i-embrace kung ano po yung kondisyon natin. Lahat po doon is ah, lahat po tayo doon nagkakaintindihan kasi meron pa tayong same na kondisyon at lahat po ng mga members doon is supportive po sa atin sa
Yeah.
mga yeah.
I love that. Thank you, Lourdes. And let's take the time din to invite na rin our viewers. Sa lahat po ng nanonood, kung meron po kayong alopecia, kasama na rin po ang inyong mga pamilya, feel free to bring them. Magkakaroon tayo ng ating annual Alopecia Philippines gathering. That will be on September 25 at Cafe Lupe. We'll have more details in the coming episodes. Mas isi-share natin. Pero please block it off na September 25, Cafe Lupe Antipolo, Alopecia Philippines gathering. And then our next support group, we have our monthly support group every first Sunday of the month. So sa September po, September 4, ang magiging leader po ng ating support group ay si Leah Dainla. Siya po ang mag-facilitate ng support group natin. And I hope to see you there, Lourdes. Si Lourdes naman parating uma-attend din sa mga events natin and very
Sure, pupunta
active.
ako.
I love it. Okay. Thank you so much, Lourdes, for being our
Thank
guest on
you.
today's show.
Thank you so
Ladies and
much.
gentlemen, That was Lourdes Melo, Alopecia Philippines board member. Matagal na rin po namin kasama sa aming grupo. And we're gonna learn more about microblading, yung pinag-uusapan nating procedure na yan. Paano ba yan nagagawa? Masakit ba yan? Tulad ng nagtanong, gaano ba siya katagal? Magkano ba? Nako, mukhang mahal ang procedure na ito. But we're gonna learn more about that when we return here on Alopecia Talk. But for now, here are some commercials from our channel and our sponsors.
Salamin sa aking harapan, tanungin ang sarili, pagmasdan. Oo, kakaiba.
I'm falling.
Hang on here.
Hannah, it comes with age, genetics, climate, and environment. Sama mo ba ang stress?
Kapit lang. I won't rush it too much. Promise.
Let me fall na.
Use Novo Hair. Like I did, it's got 19 natural ingredients that help grow back men and women's hair naturally.
True.
I won't leave you na.
I know, right?
Salamin sa aking harapan, tanungin ang sarili, pagmasdan. Oo, kakaiba.
Hello, everybody. This is Asistio, and you are still watching Alopecia Talk on TNC. The new channel is an online alternative new media platform of online shows for people on the go. Please share it to your friends and family and watch all our shows as seen on the screen. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our channel is a responsible, global 24/7 platform that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. This is Alopecia Talk with our official time slot, now 12 p.m. every Saturday. And I'm hosting this. Again, my name is Abby Asistio, hosting this with Coach Ellen Perez na makakasama din po natin next week. You can watch live or on replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on IG, listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search hashtag TNC Now. For sponsorships or other inquiries, please email now@thenewchannel.com or send us a direct message. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them just for you. Amazing. And like what I said, I'm so happy that TNC has given us this platform to talk more about alopecia, what this condition is, paano ba natin, how are we gonna rise above this condition na I'm sure makakatulong sa mga tao na are struggling with this hair loss disease. So we are talking about everything eyebrows today. Nakausap po natin si Lourdes Melo, one of the members of Alopecia Philippines, and she just shared to us ano ba yung mga pinagdaanan niya nung nawala yung eyebrows niya, paano niya na-regain ulit yung confidence niya through makeup, through stickers, and finally, sa kanyang microblading procedure na naging permanent na rin yung pagkakaroon niya ng kilay. Hindi niya na kailangan isipin parate, paano ko ba aayusin to habang wala akong buhok sa aking kilay at palikmata. One of the things that really helped is this free service from people who are just so generous. Gusto lang nilang makatulong. They're very kind. Napakamahal po ng microblading. Kung hindi nyo itatanong, alam ko po nasa mga 20 to 30,000 po yon. Pero meron po tayong mga ibang mga tao na nagbibigay ng ganitong procedure free for people with cancer and with alopecia. And right now, I'm so happy to be introducing our next guest. Na-meet ko na po siya during our alopecia event 3 years ago bago pa po mag-pandemic, and their company has this program called Pay with Smile na nagbibigay po ng mga libreng tattoo or, well, not really tattoo, microblading procedures for people with cancer and alopecia. So I would like to introduce her formally to you guys today. Mozhde Marivani is a fine arts graduate from the Tehran's Fine Arts University. Born in Quezon City in 1985, she left the Philippines when she was 4 years old and lived most of her childhood and teenage life in Iran. Mozhde loved art from childhood and she pursued her passion by joining various trainings from bridal makeup, semi-permanent makeup, and various schools and institutes from Turkey, Iran, Russia, and Dubai. But finally, she chooses the biggest beauty academy in the world with the FEE Academy and targeted her goal to be a master trainer in this international academy from Europe in 2017. After long months of hard work and dedication, she achieved her goal and dream in May 2020 and became the first and only FEE shading master from FEE Academy Europe in the Philippines. FEE Academy is the most prestigious school in the semi-permanent makeup industry with more than 49,000 graduated students from 154 countries around the world. FEE Academy, being the leader in this industry, has started the Pay with Smile program in 2017, where all their artists can offer all cancer and alopecia fighters who have lost their eyebrows with a glimpse of hope by providing their microblading services free of charge for all those who can't afford this luxury service. Ladies and gentlemen, Alopecia Talk is honored and glad to be introducing our guest for today, Mozhde Marivani. Hi, Mozhde!
Hello. Hi, Miss Abby. Hi, Miss TNC team. I'm happy to be here and thank you for having me.
We're so glad to have you on the show. And you have been through so much when it comes to perfecting and mastering your
Yeah.
craft. And we would love to know more about this. And of course, your Pay with Smile program. Later on, we're going to be talking about that that caters to people with cancer and alopecia, who may not necessarily be able to afford this luxury service. So when we let's start with that. This whole microblading procedure and service, why would you say that it's a luxury service?
Because it needs lots of professional technique. Not every artist can do microblading. So,
Yes.
like makeup, everyone can do it when they practice it. But the microblading needs special training and
Yes.
support. The support from the higher level, like trainer or mentor, is very important, especially in the beginning of their journey, because we have
Mm-hmm.
many different type of skin, many different type of undertone, and it's not makeup that if I put brown it will stay brown. No, when
Yes.
I choose brown, it will change color if I don't choose the right pigment for the right skin.
Mm-hmm. It's very tricky because before microblading came in, I would remember like visually, I would have some of my aunties and the friends of my mother, they would have their eyebrows done. And
This is
after a while, it's just a green line. Green line on their skin. So, like what you were saying, there are different types of people, different types of skin tone, and different types and shapes of eyebrows as well. So, it really takes a lot of expertise when it comes to identifying what the right procedure is to do for all these people.
the
So,
hand gesture, the pattern, everything matters for microblading.
yes, because it's not just one straight line
No, no,
when you do your brows. So
no.
I wanted to know more before we delve into the procedures. You mentioned we mentioned in our introduction that this is something that you've really been into since you were growing up and since you studied. What made you decide to focus on microblading and the semi-permanent industry?
Yeah, first when I start, there was no permanent makeup, there was no microblading. So I always in the high school I was in graphics, so I liked art. I was passionate in art. Then I focused on the professional makeup, bridal makeup. Then
Mm-hmm.
the first generation of tattoo, that what you said, we start, and there was not standard pigments, there was not enough knowledge about
Yeah.
skin, uh, all the technical parts that we should know. And time by time this updated medical version came in, and I trained in different institutes that their work at the time were good. I was doing it, but when I was seeing my work, I was not seeing something wow that I will be happy with it.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know, what I will feel, wow, I did this. There was something missing. I
Mm-hmm.
was feeling it. So I came to find Fee Academy. I start Fee Academy online with my grandmaster Vesna. She's from Vienna, and yeah, we start online. At that time I just gave birth. So
Oh.
in Fee Academy there is some levels that we have to pass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like it's not just 1 day 2 day training that it's okay, go on now, your practice, your artist, congratulations, finish.
Yeah.
No, when we enroll we have some levels, and we start like from just mapping on the paper to know how to use the tools.
Yes.
Okay, make it symmetric, the easiest way. And then the
Mm-hmm.
second level, just the head stroke, then different patterns, upper stroke, lower stroke. So we had time difference, and at the
Mm-hmm.
same time I was breastfeeding, and we were moving our house, and I had only 6 months to finish my level. So when I was submitting my work, when my grandmaster was like correcting me in the middle of night, I was breastfeeding and practicing at 3 a.m. when she's awake, I will submit so faster I will
Yeah.
move on. So when my students now telling me, okay, I'm breastfeeding, I'm like this, it's hard, I will tell them I can understand your
Yeah.
situation really, but
I've
if
been
you
through that.
yeah, you can do it, just you have to want it.
Mm-hmm. And it
Yes,
takes
and
so much dedication because, like what you
yeah,
said, there are different stages, different levels. It's not
yeah,
like a crash course that you could just take
yeah.
online and then, oh, okay, after a week, I'm a master. No, not at all.
Exactly. And when you graduate after 12 levels, you're an artist. You're just in the beginning of the way. You have time in Fee Academy levels is like this, that after being an artist, you have time, minimum of 6 months, to prove yourself, improve your work, be
Mm,
active in social media, help others in some points that you know that they are doing wrong,
yeah.
uh, and then without any extra charge, you will be promoted and elevate the new title of royal artist.
Oh.
So in the Fee Academy, they will push you to work hard to get the higher level. It's not just with buying the certificate, you're earning the
Mm-hmm.
certificate.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
And
really
then
being pushed to be excellent, the most excellent that you can
excellent.
be.
I mean, for like in during the 6 months, you have to be perfect. But for me, it took me like more than a year to reach that royal title. So imagine I was working like I was having 5, 6 clients a day, and each
Mm-hmm.
one
Wow.
was taking uh, 2.5 and 3 hours. So I was
Wow.
just, I remember when I was doing my clients, and during the lunchtime, my husband was feeding me when I was like, so I just stay alive.
Multitasking now.
Yeah, because I wanted to be perfect and get the higher level.
Yeah.
By doing more clients, you will get more experience on different skins. You
Yep.
know, the clients come, okay, it's like this, it's like that. Okay, I know what's the problem, because I had this experience.
Mm-hmm.
Then after being royal artist, you will do like 10 monitoring for one-on-one for someone who's already in Fee Academy student, or the new artist, to
To
guide
teach
them what,
them.
yeah,
Mm.
to guide them how they are doing it, which part they are struggling, to help them. This is the first stage of being mentor for someone.
Yeah.
Okay. After 10 monitoring, you will get the title of master assistant. So you went the second stage of in being a trainer, being a mentor. Being master assistant is like you assist in master class to see how the master is handling the class, how she is correcting the students, how she is teaching and giving the information to the students.
Mm-hmm.
After assisting in 5 or 6 trainings with other masters, you can apply for being a master. So it
Wow. You
takes
went,
really
and that's
hard
where you
work.
are. That's a pretty long process.
Yes, it's very long, but it works. I
Yeah.
mean, like every single student, when sending like one stroke like this, like with one picture, you will know what's wrong with the like holding the pen.
Uh-huh.
You're holding 90-degree, or the hand pressure is too much. You're not stretching. Then they are saying, "How do you know it's like this?" Because I know I had the experience.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying, that don't just give a title to yourself for more clients. Work for
Mm-hmm.
it. Very important that you will have the enough experience for um, uh, different skins, and you will have enough knowledge.
Yes. And because the eyebrows is serious business. I mean, not
Yes.
literally just the business, but even for the person who decides to get microbladed or have their eyebrows permanently done. Imagine they are putting their faces in your hands.
Yes,
so
exactly.
so you could imagine how important it is for the person getting the tattoo, the microblading, and
How
if the person handling that
nerve.
is nervous, isn't proficient with it, or is new, or has shaky hands. So
Yeah,
imagine how that would be.
it's better. Look, that's why we have levels in Phi Academy. When they have levels, they have to perfect just the head stroke. There are some few head stroke. They have to perfect that, then they can promote it to the next level, that
Yeah.
transition stroke. So when they are finishing the latex, just the latex work, the practice work, it takes from level 2 to level 8. So they practice every single stroke.
Wow.
So they
Even
are
before you
perfect
go into working on a
before
person.
they are not going to do on the live model unless they
Yes.
are perfect on the latex.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, that
that's why
really.
it's important.
No, I was just gonna say then that with the Fee Academy, like they really are very serious about this,
Yeah,
and you know that if you work with them or any of their masters, you're working with a
exactly.
trusted and legit
Yes.
brand and company. That's great. And I wanted to share. Maybe we could. I really wanted to show some of the photos or the videos that we have showing your work in Fee Academy. Okay, so like with this one,
Do
she
you have?
has.
Yeah, you can go.
No. I was just gonna ask if this person has alopecia or his or her eyebrows are just really light.
The right side is just really light. The left side,
Yes.
she had alopecia. So we mapped their eyebrow according to her face proportion, how their bones were should be. And 99% of the mapping and shaping, they will say, oh, my own eyebrow was like this. Those who
Mm-hmm.
had eyebrow before.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you necessarily follow that, the shape that they felt they had? Like before my eyebrows was like this, but
No,
when you
we will
map
not.
the face,
Yeah, no, we will not ask. But when we show them the final mapping, they say, "Oh, this is what we have," because we have bones other than the
yeah.
hair. We have eyebrow bones, and
Mm-hmm.
we map according to the bones where it should start, where it should end, and how the curve of the um, tail should be.
Mm-hmm.
And these are all important to have a perfect shape for the that client.
Yes. And what I really like about, like, cause I could see how professional looking and realistic the brows that you have are. Like you were mentioning the strokes, like every hair strand and where they go. That takes a lot of
Yeah.
mastering because um I don't want to like out other people, but sometimes I would see on my page on Instagram, their explore pages, and they're into the microblading industry, but sometimes I see their work, it doesn't look real, like it doesn't look realistic.
Microblading is the hardest and most technical procedure for the eyebrows. So it needs lots of knowledge to do the perfect microblading for the client.
Yeah. Okay, here we could see that they have
Yeah,
alopecia. And
the both clients were alopecia.
no, no hair at all. So to those
No.
watching, we mentioned a while ago that people with alopecia don't just lose their hair on their head, but there are instances that you lose your eyebrows and eyelashes. So microblading is a really good procedure to get, so you wouldn't have to worry about doing your makeup and your eyebrows every time. And like with the microblading, especially with the Fee Academy, I've worked with you too before. I highly recommend them because as you can see in the photos, it's so realistic. I actually use the term woke up like this every time when after getting my eyebrows microbladed because it seems so real. And for
Yeah.
some people, what you should understand, I'm sorry, not you, Moshe, but to those watching, it means so much to a person with no eyebrows to all of a sudden have these beautiful framed eyebrows on their faces. So so I love that. And we mentioned a while ago that this is something that you do for free to
Yes.
alopecia and cancer fighters. How did that come about? Why did Fee Academy decide to do that?
And from 2017, this program came up from FIA Academy. Those who are expert in some arts, they will give as a gift, and their smile will be our payment. So who wants to
That's
join this
beautiful.
group? We are like, I'm so happy. I'm giving it since 2018 when I was here. So I have many beautiful people as my guests. So give one part of me in them, and their reaction really changed many things. I mean, the happiness I'm getting, I will not get anywhere else.
Yeah, and I could imagine um the you mentioned that there were patients that you had that were very emotional when after seeing the results. Do you get emotional too
Oh,
when you see the
you have
reaction?
it, just one drop of tears, I will cry more. Wow, I'm so happy
Aw.
for you. Yeah, it's very nice. It's a very nice feeling.
All
Some
right.
of them
And
of the
yes.
pain. This what I want to say. They will be numb before the procedure, and the
Yeah.
standard procedure doesn't feel anything because we
Mm,
have clients that they are saying that I had microblading before. It was bleeding too much. It was very painful. That's not the standard.
mm-hmm. You're not supposed to, well, for sure you'll feel the strokes,
Yeah,
but it's not
but
supposed to be
it's
painful.
tolerable.
Yeah, it's tolerable.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would say that it's like a broken nail scratching on the skin. How does that
mhm.
feel?
Yeah. And you mentioned the procedure would usually last 2 to 3 hours. Could we just run down through the different stages if our viewers would decide to
Um,
get microblading for their own
if you
faces?
give a good quality and the beautiful pattern, so imagine each stroke you do, you have to fill that with enough pigment. So each stroke, if you get more details, it will take more time.
Mm-hmm.
So the standard time we say 2.5.
2.5.
Yes.
Yeah. And one of the things don't get shocked if it is initially very dark, right? Because
No, no, no.
that's not gonna be
This
that's
is
not the
just a
final.
procedure. We have the healed result, the final procedure. This is right
Oh,
after
okay.
procedure.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's watch this with Mozhde so she could go through the videos with us as well. So as we could see, her eyebrows were kind of patchy.
So most of the client will fall asleep during the procedure.
Mm-hmm. That's how much it's not that they won't feel it
Yeah.
that much.
Maybe in the beginning they are scared, but when they are okay, they fall asleep.
And you really do it strand per strand.
Yes. That's why it will take time if you put with so much detail.
I could just imagine you said you had 6 clients in a day. How was the sixth client? Were you like so tired already when you were working on the?
Yeah. I mean, my neck and my back would hurt at night when I was going home. But I was happy with my improvement for each client. So when I said, okay, tomorrow I will do it like this, tomorrow I will do it like I was excited for the next one. So
Yeah.
that's the thing that when you love your job, you're not working anymore.
Yes. And you know that you're also bringing a lot of joy to the person that
Yes.
you're working with. We had a question a while ago, Mosh. That there was a someone commented, Madonna. She asked, after you get your brows microbladed, usually how long do they last?
It depends on the skin. Like oily skin will last less, but normally we say that it takes the 2.5 to 3 years after the first touch up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2 sessions. One session is the initial procedure. The second session we will perfect the work. So we'll see how it heals, which part we should work more, or which aftercare we should give. Retouch is perfecting the work. Then after that, it will last like 2 years. But for oily skin will last less. At the same time, other like if you do facial too much, if you do like pencil too much, it will lessen the lifetime of the
Mm-hmm.
microblades.
Nice. See, look at the improvement, and I'm sure she was very happy to have that. Okay, before we move on, I'm now seeing some questions from our comment section. If you have any questions for Mozhde, please feel free to comment below and we will read them. So we have something from my co-host who's not able to join us today, Coach Ellen Perez. Ayan, she asked, what is best for my droopy and short eyebrows? Hashtag help.
So the fish shading technique, which is one of the best technique in Free Academy, is combination of microblading and soft shading. It's just
Mhm.
manual shading, it's not machine shading. With this technique, we can adjust some clients like her, they have some parts with eyebrow, with hair, some parts are empty. With the manual shading, we can make it equal and more realistic, that some parts should
Mm.
look dark, some part just his stroke. So fish shading the best technique for beautiful clients like her.
Yes. So Coach Ellen, fish shading. You could do that for when you get your eyebrows done. And we were saying how this luxury service, we are so grateful because you're doing Pay with Smile for people with alopecia and cancer. But just so our viewers would have an idea, how much does it usually cost to have your eyebrows microbladed?
We have different prices, but in our clinic, I personally will take like 22K 2 session, but we have different price with junior artists, senior artists,
Mm-hmm.
and they can get as 15, because we have different materials and different brands, but Free Academy have the cleanest pigment in the
Mm.
world. That means that it's compatible with the skin. The skin will not reject it, or in the long term it will not cause any cancer or any skin
Mm.
problem.
Yeah, it's very safe too.
Very safe.
It's safe. And it won't turn green.
No, no, no. I have one of the pictures that it's healed result. You can check it. It's brown. It's really brown,
Mhm.
but it's lighter
Yeah.
than the right after the procedure.
Yeah. If we have more photos, maybe we could flash it. But yeah, while we're waiting for that, if ever we have our viewers who might be interested to not just to take part in Pay with Smile, but to get their micro blading sessions done with you, who could they get in touch with? How do they
Um,
reach out?
my assistant Ali can help them in Facebook and Instagram. It's just Mozhde Marivani. They
Yes,
can
on
contact
Instagram.
the direct message. He will guide them when and how they want it to be done.
Yeah. Okay, we have some there. There you go. Mozhde Marivani. And I love how, because I follow you on Instagram too. So the practices that you were talking about on the white thing, like I would see you do that. It really takes a lot of work. And on behalf of the alopecia community, we would just want to thank you, Mozhde, for being not just being our guest, but more so providing this very important luxury service to people with alopecia who may not necessarily be able to afford it, but more than the financial aspect of it, just to bring back that hope and smile to get their eyebrows back and to complete their face is such a huge thing. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be part of the little smile of their face.
We love it. Okay, any last words and final message to our viewers, specifically our alopecia fighters watching
My
Alopecia Talk?
first message is to artists: please, please, please don't practice on alopecia or cancer. Please get
Yeah.
enough knowledge and confident, then start doing on the live model. And the other thing, that even if someone is giving free procedure to these beautiful alopecia and cancer survivors, research about their work, research about
Yeah.
their practice, background, their hidden result. Just don't jump because they are giving it free.
I love that. I love that you said like the first part because sorry for the term, we're not test or guinea pigs like that you could just work on. Like I love what Mozhde was saying a while ago, that before you go to the Pay with Smile program, it takes a lot of practice, excellence, and you want to be able to share your skills to these fighters and patients with alopecia and cancer. So for you to do their faces is such a huge thing to them. So it's a good reminder to especially not just for those making the brows, but to those receiving it. Just because we have no eyebrows, we don't jump on every opportunity to have them, even if it's free. Even if it's
They are
free.
going to doing it to get confident. Sometimes it will turn around. Then this is
Mm,
semi-permanent makeup. They have to go through many things to remove that.
yeah. It's very it's a very important process and a very important procedure that we don't just want to play with.
Yes.
So yeah, that was a good reminder, both for those doing the microblading and those receiving.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
All right. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Moshte. And we learned so
Sure.
much. And again, please don't forget to follow her and the Academy too on Instagram. And please feel free to notify them, message them if ever you're interested. And if you want to be part of the Pay with Smile program, if you're already with Alopecia Philippines, just message us. We could connect you to them, but you could also go to them directly. Is that right, Moshte? They could message you directly if they have alopecia or are cancer patients.
Just we have lots of lists. Maybe it
Mm,
will take time to list because every month we are doing once a week.
yeah.
So they have to be little patient for their turn.
I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem, especially when they know that what they're getting is really good quality service, good quality brows from people who actually
Yes.
care about what they're doing.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much, Moshte. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Thank you for being on our show. Wow, I learned so much. Parang gusto ko na ulit magpa-microblading. Pero tulad po ng sinabi namin kanina, for people with alopecia, napakalaking bagay na mawala na yung buhok, nakadagdag pa na mawala yung eyebrows and eyelashes. So, we cope with it the best way we can. At the end of the day, it's really who we are as individuals that matter most, the kind of heart that we have, our character as kind people. But of course, sakit pa rin po ang alopecia and ayaw po natin na malagas ang ating buhok or mawala ang ating at kilay at pilikmata. At habang hindi pa to bumabalik, there are lots of procedures and kind individuals who are more than willing to share their skills, their gifts, and talents to make life easier for us. Tulad po ng kay Lourdes Melo, naging mas confident po siya na nakuha po niya ang kanyang microbladed eyebrows. Natuto rin po siya sa kanyang sariling sikap in researching on YouTube different ways on how to do her makeup because she wants to present herself the best possible way that she can. But like what Miss Mozhde Marivani said, if they have the talents and the skills to be able to provide and to gift our alopecia fighters with free microbladed eyebrows, then they would do so para lang makita po ang fulfillment, saya, ligaya sa mga merong alopecia. So wag po kayong mawala ng pag-asa. There are different ways for you to get your eyebrows back. But other than the physical, if you want to be part of Alopecia Philippines para makatulong po sa inyong journey, kami po ay nandito that we could help you and relate to whatever it is that you may be going through when it comes to your hair loss condition. I-message nyo lang po kami, Alopecia Philippines on Facebook. Meron din po kaming Instagram. And of course, TNC, maraming salamat po sa platform na ito kung saan mas nakakapag-connect po kami not just with people with alopecia but to everybody in general for you to know more about this hair loss disease, causing more awareness for alopecia. Maraming salamat, TNC, for giving us this platform. And again, my name is Abby Asistio. Next week, I'm so excited. Makakasama po natin ulit ang aking co-host na si Coach Ellen Perez. And ang topic natin, sobrang relevant sa mga nakapanood po ng Academy Awards early this year po ba yun? Or early this year, or late last year, yung kay Will Smith, kay Jada Pinkett Smith. Napakalaking issue yung Chris Rock alopecia joke time. Hala, ano nga ba ang mga tamang pamamaraan when it comes to interacting with those with the condition? Is bullying ever acceptable? We say no, and we're going to be talking about that next week, but we say yes to confidence. So magbibigay din po kami ng mga tips kung paano mas magiging malakas po ang ating loob, mas mahal natin ang ating sarili even with alopecia. Not just for those with the condition, pero pati po dun sa mga kapamilya, mga malalapit na tao sa buhay ng may alopecia, because it's their journey just as much as it's the journey of the one experiencing the condition. So we're going to be talking about that next week sa aming pong new time slot. 12 noon na po yan every Saturday. Salamat at nakasama kayo ngayong araw na ito sa ating Alopecia Talk. And of course, we would like to thank also Novu Hair, Nature's Answer to Hair Loss, for partnering with us on this show. Thank you so much. The new channel for our new platform. And I would like to remind you again po, September 25, our Alopecia Philippines annual gathering that will be at Cafe Lupe. More details will be announced, but every month po meron kaming monthly online support group. The next one will be on September 4. Just be part po of the Alopecia Philippines Facebook group or Instagram, and we will be sending the link over there. All right. Maraming salamat, and I hope you learned more about alopecia and everything eyebrows here on Alopecia Talk, and we hope to see you again next time here on the new channel. Maraming salamat. Bye!
Salamat.